Behind every picture-perfect smile, every power couple headline, and every paparazzi snapshot, a secret can fester, a betrayal can grow, and sometimes a hidden love can become a death sentence. In this episode, we reveal a scandal that shook a wealthy, powerful couple to their core, a betrayal that went from a whispered secret to a bloody headline. Stay with us as we piece together the tragedy of secret affairs, the deadly cost of hidden love. Victoria Langford was the darling of high society, a successful fashion editor, a celebrated trendsetter, and a familiar face at gala events across New York and Los Angeles. Her husband, David Langford, was a titan of finance, a sharp-dressed, sharp-minded businessman admired by colleagues and feared by competitors. Together, Victoria and David embodied the American dream. The media called them the golden couple, wealthy, charismatic, and inseparable. But beneath the surface of their magazine-worthy marriage, a storm was brewing, a secret so poisonous that when it bubbled to the surface, it claimed a life and shook the world. Victoria and David met 10 years ago at a Manhattan charity gala. She was the rising star editor of a fashion magazine. He was a rising star on Wall Street. The sparks were instantaneous, a collision of beauty and brains, glamour and grit. Their wedding was a social media sensation, an intimate, picture-perfect ceremony captured by every society column. From the outside, it was perfection personified. Trips to the Amalfi Coast, a penthouse in Manhattan, weekends in the Hamptons. Together, Victoria and David weren't just wealthy and beautiful, they were a brand. But like all great tragedies, the cracks in their relationship started long before the world noticed. Behind closed doors, tensions bubbled. Victoria felt stifled by the pressure to stay perfect for the public. David, buried in work and addiction, grew cold and distracted. Meanwhile, Victoria found solace in the arms of another, a charismatic photographer named Marco Alvarez. Their clandestine meetings quickly evolved into a passionate, all-consuming affair. What started as a whisper became a flame that refused to be extinguished. But as their secret deepened, the danger grew. Marco, desperate to claim Victoria for himself, began pressing for more. Victoria felt torn between the man she had built a life with and the man who promised to set her free. Meanwhile, David, obsessed with maintaining appearances, started suspecting that betrayal was closer than he imagined. The world watched Victoria and David walk hand in hand down crimson carpets, smiling for the cameras. Yet at home, a different scene played out. Nights punctured by arguments, broken glass, and bitter accusations. Neighbors spoke of muffled screams, and staff noticed Victoria's waning glow. To the public, the Langfords were invincible. To themselves, they were broken. The power couple image became a mask concealing desperation, betrayal, and a secret that was about to explode. The night of the tragedy was supposed to be quiet. Victoria told friends she was attending a low-key dinner. Instead, she met Marco for one final rendezvous. What happened next would haunt the nation. According to witness statements and court documents, an enraged David arrived unannounced. An argument erupted. A storm of accusations, heartbreak, and betrayal. In a fit of uncontrollable rage, David pulled a gun. The sound of a single shot ripped through the air. Marco fell to the floor, a crimson pool spreading across the hotel room. Victoria screamed, reaching for him, but David pulled her back. Neighbors recalled hearing Victoria's cries long before the sound of approaching sirens. In those moments, a perfect marriage became a murder scene, and a hidden love became a tragedy the world would never forget. The murder trial became an international media spectacle. Leaked text messages between Victoria and Marco circulated online. Headlines blared, "Billionaire husband kills wife's lover," and "The cost of a secret affair." The paparazzi hounded Victoria as she entered the courthouse. The world watched every move, every glance, every word. David claimed temporary insanity. Victoria, broken and pale, spoke openly about her betrayal, her guilt, and her desperation for a fresh start. The jury was divided. Some saw a man pushed to the edge by betrayal, others a calculating murderer protecting a crumbling facade. In the end, David was found guilty of second-degree murder and sentenced to 25 years. The power couple was no more, replaced by scandal, heartbreak, and tragedy splashed across every headline. Today, Marco rests in a quiet cemetery, a grave site adorned with flowers and photographs. Victoria, now living away from the spotlight, spends her days working with charities supporting domestic abuse survivors. Meanwhile, David, once a titan of finance, spends his days in a prison cell, surrounded by memories of a life that ended in a moment of anger. The paparazzi have long departed, the scandals replaced by new stories. Yet the tragedy lingers, a reminder that no matter how perfect the surface, no one knows the depths of a heart caught between love and betrayal. Do you think fame made things worse? Did the pressure of appearances and status turn heartbreak into tragedy? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Was this an inevitable disaster, or could it have been prevented? Drop a comment and tell us, what would you have done if you were in Victoria's position? Would you have tried to save the marriage, walked away quietly, or risked it all for a chance at happiness? If you found this story compelling, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell. Stay tuned for more stories that reveal the tangled threads of betrayal, obsession, and tragedy. Stories that prove the deadliest battles aren't fought on the streets, but in the heart. Thanks for watching.